Hello students, welcome back to the session. In the last session, we had talked about stacks, right? So in this session, let us talk about one more data structure or linear data structure, that is queues. So what is a queue? You already know what a queue is, right? We have got the definition for the queues. What's a queue? It is an ordered collection of data elements. This definition holds good for everything, that is your arrays, stacks and queues also. Array it's an ordered collection of data elements that allows insertion and deletion, right? Insertion at one end and deletion that allows insertion and deletion at different ends. Whereas in your stacks we had insertion and deletions at the same end, but here we have insertion at one end and deletion at the other end. So our insertion is done at the back, or it is also known as a rear, and deletion is done from the top or the front position. Okay, it is similar to your normal queues that we stand for. The queue may be to buy tickets from the railway station or the bus station, or it may be to buy tickets for a movie in the theaters. So what happens in this? If there are already 10 persons or 10 people standing in a queue, if you want to join, you have to join at the end, right? You cannot go in between or go and stand at the front. You have to stand at the end. So you have been added, you are added to the queue. So you are added at the end, that is your rear, right? So this is what you mean by insertion is done at the end or the rear. Now once the person starts giving the tickets in the counter, then the first person, he will take the ticket and come out of the queue. So he is being removed from the queue. So where is he getting removed from? From the front, right? From the top position, from the front position. So we say deletion is done at the front and insertion is done at the rear position. Okay, it is also, a queue is also a linear data structure similar to your other, that is your stacks and arrays. But the only difference is elements are added and removed in two different ends. And this property of the queue or the order is known as your FIFO list. FIFO means it is first in and first out. We are following the order of first in and first out. That is, the person who enters first will be the first person to come out. And as we were talking about the companies yesterday, in some of the companies it may be that in stacks especially, the person who has joined at the end or the fresher will be the first person to be removed. So then that order is known as the last in first out, LIFO. Whereas in some of the companies their policy may differ, that is, the most experienced person may be the first one to come out. So that is the order of FIFO, that is first in first out. There are two ways of representation of queues, that is, one is using your arrays and one is using your linked list. For now we are going to make use of the arrays. So you already know what an array is, right? It is a continuous memory location where the data elements are stored. We are taking it as q as 0, q of 1, q of 2, because q here represents a queue. Okay, q of 4, q of 5. And if there are no elements in the queue, then it is minus 1. Right, outside, because 0 represents the first element in an array. As we said, this is the front and this is your rear. Right, a queue may have different status. One of the status is stack is empty, or sorry, queue is empty. So what do you mean by queue is empty? There are no elements. Then we call it as an underflow status. If the queue is empty, we call it as an underflow status. Then friend and rare both will have the same value, that is null, because there is nothing in the queue, that is represented by -1. In the same way, we have other status, that is queue may be full, complete. There is no other place. For example, there are 100 tickets. There are 100 people in the queue. You cannot be added now because only 100 tickets are available and there are already 100 people for that. So then we call this status as a overflow status. Then in this condition, you have friend is pointing towards the first element, that is q of 0, and rare is pointing towards the last element, that is q of n minus 1. See here, we have what are the number of elements here? We have the size of n as 6, but the last element is 5. So n minus 1 means 6 minus 1, that is 5. So rare will be q of n minus 1. The other status is that the queue may be partially filled. That is, it's neither completely full nor empty. It is partially filled up. Then the friend is pointing towards the first element. Right? Friend is always pointing towards the first element, and rare is pointing towards the last element of the queue. We are not saying this is the end of the queue. Last element of the queue is your rare. Okay, so this is about the memory representation of queue using an array. You have to give these points. So that is, a block of memory is allocated continuously for the queue data structure. There are two pointers here. One is friend and the other is rare. Friend detects the friend position of the queue and rare detects the rare position of the queue. And queue will have the following status, that it may be empty, that is the underflow status. Friend, where friend and rare are both -1. Queue may be full, that is the overflow status, where friend is q of 0 and rare is q of n minus 1. It may be partially filled up, where friend is the first element and rare is the last element of the queue. Then we have types of queues. Types of queues. So what are these types? The first one that we have is the simple queue. What do you mean by simple queue? Simple queue means it has again two pointers, that is your friend and rare pointer. The insertion takes place at the rare end and deletion takes place at the front end, the normal queue. That is what is known as your simple queue. You have to just explain this. It is a simple structure with the front and the rare pointers. Insertion operation takes place at the rare and deletion of elements takes place at the front end. And just give the one example here in the form of figures. Okay, so this is your q of 0, q of 1, q of 2, q of 3, q of 4, q of 5 and q of 6. So this is your friend and this is your rare. So this is the figure you are going to show for your simple queue. And next we have the circular queue. Now what do you mean by this circular queue is the last node of the queue is connected to the first node of the queue. So it forms a circular organization of memory locations. So the definition is the last node of the queue is connected to the first node of the queue and forms the circular organization of memory locations. Forms the circular organization of memory locations. This is what you mean by a circular queue. And if we are going to give the figure for this, queue of 0, queue of 1, queue of 2, queue of 3, queue of 4 and queue of 5. So this is your friend and this is your rare, right? The last one. So this last one is connected to your friend. So this is your circular queue. Okay. Then we have the priority queue. Priority queue means here the elements are accepted in a chronological order and insertion and deletion will take place according to the priority that is mentioned in the queue. That is, there are 10 members in a queue, but if someone with an influence comes or someone or it may be the hospitals also, treatment is going on, there are many patients waiting in the waiting room, the treatment is going on one after the other, they are called one after the other, but in between that there is an emergency case or an accident case, so they are taken under priority. Avaranna first, they have to be treated first because it's an emergency case. So that is what you mean by priority. Okay, in between some important person or emergency case comes, that has to be taken care of first. So as we said, it is accepted chronologically, that is according to the hospital ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೇನೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಾದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೋಕನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ರೊನಾಲಜಿಕಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂದರು ಅದೇ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಬಂದು ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಮೊದಲು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಯಾರಿಟಿ. Okay, so now for example, if you are going to give the definition in this, what happens is elements are accepted chronologically and insertion or deletion of elements take place according to the priority mentioned in the queue. This is your definition for your priority queue. Now for example, you have an order, you have to enter elements, so you have one particular order. So these are the elements that we want to be entered. So when you are giving it for a queue and priority, what is the priority here? How it may be sorted in an order. The priority may be, they may say that it has to be in an order. So this is your A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. So this is your friend and this is your rare. Either ascending order, descending order, or priority hegi keltare aa basis nalli. Here they have asked for an ascending order. So this is the order in which it is being done. So this is your priority queue. And next we have double-ended queue. So when we are saying double-ended, mean insertion of data elements and deletion of data elements. Insertion into a queue and deletion from a queue can be done at both the ends. Frontally deletion ಆಗಬಹುದು, insertion ಸಹ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ rare ಅಲ್ಲಿ insertion ಸಹ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ deletion ಸಹ ಆಗಬಹುದು. So we have the elements here. Here this is your friend and this is your rare. Normally insertion takes place at the rare, deletion at the friend. But here in this case, double-ended queue, you can insert and you can delete also from the front end. The same way you can insert the rare end and you can delete from the rare end also. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, Normal method is frontally delete aguantadu. You take the tickets and come out of the queue. Here insertion, addition of the new member. But sometimes it may happen you know a person very well, yaro obrige ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತವರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದ್ರು ತುಂಬಾ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇದ್ದರು, they will be added here. ಕರ್ಸ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಹೌದಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ would have observed this. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, they'll add it here. So insertion can be done here. In the same way here addition ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈ ತರ ಕ್ಯೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಉದ್ದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್, ವಿ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, right? We are getting out of that line, so that is nothing but your deletion. So we are saying in a double-ended queue, insertion and insertion of an element into the queue and deletion of element from the queue both can be done the same ends, both at the front and the rear. Okay, now coming to your next part, that is your operations on queues. What are the operations that you are going to perform on queues? So the first operation, first is your queue. What do you mean by this? It creates a new queue. If there is no queue, you have to create a new queue. Here we are not requiring any parameters because as I we do not have anything. Then as I keep telling you people, the same insertion and deletion operation are called by different names in different types of data structures. In arrays we call it as insertion and deletion. In stacks we call it as push and pop. And in queues we call it as enq and deq. So enq means it adds an element. It adds an element into a queue. Where does it add? At the rear end. It adds at the rear end. So it requires the parameter. It is similar to your push operation in your stack. And we have the deq. Deq means it removes. It removes an element which exists at the front. So it does not require any parameters. So it's similar to your what? The pop operation in your stacks. And we have is empty. That means it checks whether a queue is empty or not. If it is empty, it says yes. No means not empty. Right? And the other operation is size. That is, it returns the size of the queue. How many elements are there in the queue? It returns the size of the queue. Number of data elements present in the queue. Okay, so these are the operations that we perform on the queues. That is queue, enq, deq, is empty and size. Now coming to your enq operation. As we said, enq operation means adding a new element into a queue is called as enq operations. For example, if you want to insert the elements 10, 20 and 30 in a queue. So what happens first? You are inserting one element 10. So this is your queue of 0. You have created a queue. So after the inserting 10, this is how it looks. Now at this position, this is the front and this is also the rear. Hindenu illa mundenu illa irode one number, that is 10. So that will be both the front and the rear also. And if you are inserting the next element, that is 20. So you have 10 and 20. So this is your queue of 0 and this is your queue of 1. So this is your front and this is your rear. Right? This is after inserting your 10 and 20. Then if you are inserting one more element 10, 20, 30. This is your queue of 0, queue of 1, queue of 2. So this becomes your print, this becomes your rare, right? So this is how you are going to insert the elements into your queue. So when the queue is empty, front and rear is -1, no elements. Then this becomes 0. Front and rear are the same once you insert the 10. This is the process it goes on. Now coming to your algorithm for your enqueue operation. We are going for queue insert, or we can also call it as enqueue. ELE is the element to be inserted and N is the size of the array. Step 1, start, input the element we are creating, right? Input the element. We are saying if rare equals n minus 1, that is if it is already full, that we have to check for, right? So print queue is full, right? And then exit. If not, if that condition is not true, if friend equals -1, then we are going to insert the element now, where in the 0th position. So friend is also 0 and rare is also 0. Else, if it is not true, if it is not -1, that means it is already, element already exists. Rare is equal to rare plus 1. Then here we are going to insert this element in the rare position and then stop. Okay, so this is for your insertion of one single element into your queue. In the same way, if you want to insert n number of elements, that is more than one element in the queue, again this will remain the same, but slightly the order will change. That is, first is your start, then we check for the condition. If rare is equal to n minus 1, then print queue is full, right? And exit. Now we are saying while rare is not equal to n minus 1, then we input the element. Input the element. If friend equals -1, then the same as we did previously. Friend is 0, rare is 0. Else the 10th step after else, rare equals rare plus 1, queue of rare is equal to element and stop. So this is how you are going to insert an element. If it is more than one element, insertion in a queue. This is a process that happens. Now we'll talk about the deletion of a queue and the linked list in the next class. Okay. For now, let us end this session. Thank you.